Alright, so this breakdown is going to be about all of our plays. We'll start off with some of our baseline out of bounds plays. This is tower. We stack it up. This is used against a 2-3 zone. Alright, and we just throw it right over their head and just tip it in. This is the same set. Now keep in mind, if this person helps in at the bottom to help on that tip, then Calicato will run corner. If the backside guy helps in, then Neil will run corner. And one of them always gets top depending on who helps. But here's a play. We got it. Set the screen behind them. We get a quick tip in. It's kind of late, but we got Ty setting the back screen, or he should be setting the back screen on 19. And then we get a layup. This is eyes. Alright, so we're running eyes. We're looking for this over-the-top pass if this guy is facing us, if he's not looking at the ball. Since he is, we set the screen. It's a good screen, Grant. And since Grant is coming out the backside after setting the screen, this guy's about to run over there. But it's too late because now Jacob's open. One more before we show another option. Back screen, Calicato comes down. Good pass. Way to get to the line. Here's another. So now we set the back screen for Adolphus. He comes off. After Cam sets this screen for Nehemiah, he slips to the basket. Alright, great execution right there, sophomores. And this is the full play. If you can't really see it because of the ref. But we get a screen. It's not there. They switch. And then we get Adolphus with the ball. But the biggest thing is, even though we don't get an immediate shot, we do got they're big on our point guard because they have to switch to take away that shot. So sometimes you do stuff just for the switch. So that means the guy who was guarding Adolphus, which is a guard, is now guarding Ethan or somebody. So that makes for more offensive rebounds and things like that. Free throw plays, so we do an X. Alright, and because of that, Cam gets the rebound. Remember, we usually have the smaller player go inside and the bigger player go outside for the tip out. Nehemiah does a really good job of this, running, cutting the guy off. Now he's inside, and then Ethan gets a freebie. And here, Grant first, or Grant should have been first, but nonetheless, as long as you get your cross, you usually get a look. This is the spin. This is the other play. So now we spin this way, and Calicato spins that way. I did say if the team's bigger than you, really good rebounding team, you don't want to do it because you're behind the play. And we don't get great spins here. All right, but that is the other play is to spin, or one of them. Move to our baseline out of bounds. This is how we defend it. We take away the opposite block, the ball side block, and we don't let them catch corner. So this guy's only job is not let them catch corner. And we're forcing these two passes, and we want a guy to run through that pass. So we take away corner. They got to throw it over the top. Good still. All right, same play. We take away everything. They throw it over the top. All right, we don't get the steal, but we, obviously we cause some chaos for them to have to get the ball in the wrong people's hands. Got the block cover, got the ball side block cover. We got a corner guy, so now they got to throw it over the top. Here's tower. Couple things that got to happen. We got to have good spacing. So these guys got to be in the corners. All right, the two wings. So we get below the screen, and then we just back into them. And usually, if this guy helps right here to stop that, then we'll have a wide open 3-point shot. All right, Texas again. We roll off. All right, so this is when the coach is going to lose his mind. He's saying, hey, all they're doing is curling. So they had both guys come and help. So since Cade set a good screen, his guy's still chasing. And now Cade's wide open at the top of the key. All right, same play. This is Texas weak. The only difference is we send a post to set a screen for the wing so we can get an easier entry. Kavion, don't forget to pop out to the corner here. But now we set the rub screen. Ty comes down. Isaac's man has to help. And now he's wide open. Way to hustle for that rebound, Kavion. Move on to America. This is America. We throw it to a wing. All right, we got a screen coming at the top. Get an open layup. First option for America. Jackie throws it. Kavion sets this screen right here. Jackie comes off. Wide open layup. On the cuts, here's the next option. We set the screen. It's not there this time. So we set a back screen for Ty. He dives. He catches it right at the rim. Even if he doesn't make it, he's getting a paint touch. So we get a shot right at the basket, if not a foul. And since it's a paint touch steal, all the people are in the paint. Just as good an offensive rebound, wide open for a 3. All right, now this play is America short. This team is pressure on the ball, so we have to find different ways to enter into some of our offenses. So this is America short. We made this one up in the game, so that means the elbow guy sets this screen. And there it goes. And the good thing about y'all are good screeners. That's a really good screen right there. And most kids y'all's age don't talk, so that's why we get so many layups. Next, let's get into Minnesota. This is our double series. Double series has Minnesota 30, double itself, opposite. These are all part of this. So Minnesota, you come off both screens. Once he comes off of it, you go and get the guy in the corner on the opposite side for a stagger screen. So if Nehemiah was running across the three-point line, he'd be open. All right. But nonetheless, still gets a drive, attracts another guy. Dolphins knocks it in. Show you the type of stuff that happens when kids can't guard screens. They start backing everybody up so they don't get screened too low. And now that makes it just easier to run our plays. So now we set a screen. Since they're so low, this guy's caught under everybody, and we get a wide open 3. So because you execute in screens, that does things to people. And that's just nobody within 8 feet of you. So good execution, Minnesota. 30. It's supposed to be a double screen. It's still part of our double series. Grant's not quite high enough, so we don't use the screens. So then he gets head. So Grant runs down below the free throw line, and Kavion sets one to get him, to set us a screen for him to pop out. So don't look at the result of the shot. Look at what it causes. Kavion's man and Grant's man both contested him. So now who's free? All right, everybody's too focused on like the actual score. Guess who's going to get this rebound now? And it's an and 1. So let's watch it over. We come off 30. Since we set a good screen, both guys have to run to the shooter. And now we have more people down there to rebound than they do. And we're the ones on offense. All right, good execution. I'm going to run open and show you options out of open. There's too many to show. I didn't have the time to go through all of them, but we go through most of them. So here's the first thing. Depending on how they guard your screen, if the ball side guy goes under, then you can jump into the pocket and shoot. So he went under the screen, jump into the pocket, and get a shot. Let's fast forward it. So now Isaac's coming off the screen. The guy goes under. Oh, he actually just gets hung on the screen. But anytime the post player is back, you still get the same shot. All right? Keep in mind, if you get a guy hung on a screen because you came off of it right, then you can get into it. But the post player has to be down and not hedging. So right here, this one, he goes under. Now, post players, we got to remember, if he goes under, you accidentally roll into him to make this shot a lot easier. But he goes under the screen, so he's late. Isaac knocks it in. The most common one, if the defender goes over the screen, but the screener gets flat, not back, but flat, you know, then we could throw pocket passes and over the tops. All right. All right, same thing here. This might be one of my more favorite ones because the Dolphins does a good job of pump faking. And the longer you occupy the guy who's rolling, whose job it is to hold the point guard until the point guard defending him recovers, the more open your post gets. All right, so he pump fakes and then throws a bounce pass. And that gives Ethan a lot more space to take his time and knock it in. All right, here's a textbook pocket pass. Jacob comes off. He doesn't use the screen as well as I like, but he does occupy the guy and doesn't turn his shoulders to make the pass. All right, again, we're watching a lot of these because these are our most common. His shoulders don't turn. They stay square, so he doesn't know he's passing it to him. And then we get our look. All right, so this one's good. We got it over the top this time. All right, here's another. We got a screen. Here's the pocket bounce. Good finish. Let's get into if you get a hard hedge. All right. So it's not super hard, but the Dolphins takes a retreat dribble and then gets the ball below him. Let's watch it again. If it's a hard hedge, take both of them with you with a retreat dribble, a big retreat dribble, then throw it below you, and now you'll have, you know, some pretty good numbers. The next option, which is a little bit easier, if it's the point guard gets off the ball and lets the post throw the entry. Now, keep in mind how we got this. We got a post on Isaac by running Texas first. So now we got a post on him. Postmen are not used to being in a pick and roll from this standpoint. They're used to hedging and getting flat, but they're not used to being screened. So this guy gets screened. We throw it quickly to Ty, backside, and let the post throw the pass if you get off it quick enough. All right, another hard hedge situation. Let's see, we're on ball. As soon as we go, we got a hedge guy. So we get a slip from Kavion, and then we score. This one looks kind of like Texas. We're just entering into open out of a reversal, that's all. But we get a quick screen. Now, one thing to keep in mind, a lot of this works because of the angle we're willing to walk to and the fact that they're willing to sprint to screen. So we walk forward, quick sprint, quick action. The guy has to help on the hedge. He's wide open. Let's look one more time. So when Isaac comes off, as soon as you see this guy, and he's so late, it's ridiculous, but he has to switch, and now Kavion is below the guy who got hung or screened. So now he's going to be ahead of him because this guy has to guard Isaac. And there we go with a sprint and a layup. We'll stop there with those. All right, so we called our set right off the tip. We're going to get right into open. The tiny guard, this guard May, is going to get screened, and we're going to force the switch. Set it really hard so they got to switch, or May's going to get a wide open shot. And now we just hold them. We just hold them there. All right, and because of that, we're going to get a good shot, and because guards can't rebound, we're going to get another look. Bad closeout, we get a foul on a three-point shot. Kavion's our best screener because he sets the most illegal ones without getting called. That's considered the best screener. So you see, once he sets the screen, he just runs into the guy, and then we just post up right in the middle of the lane. All right, get a good shot up. Now let's say that they are not letting us reverse the ball to the screener. So he's not letting us reverse. That's an easy back door. Oops, sorry. Get to the hole, layup. Let's rewatch that. Back door. All right, same thing. Starting to get overplayed by this guy, and his back is turned. You see the back of his head. Back door it. Good pass by Adolphus. All right. Good stuff. Get into some of the wing action. So at this point in the game, we backdoored him twice. So now look how easy it is to reverse the ball to Jacob. There's not even any pressure because of all the back doors. So now, sometimes we set pin downs. All right, Colin setting the screen for Isaac. All right, we come off the screen. And sometimes we just run straight through for the back door. So you always want the defense to be guessing and not get used to it. All right, so now we get here. The guy's too high, or you're just better than him. Get to the hole, go into the line. Good reject. All the action prior, but we get the ball here. He overplays it. We reject. We get to the hole. All right, and sometimes you got to reject off the bounce just to keep the defender honest. You don't want him to know you're going to come off the screen every time. So now, Calicato pulls both guys with him. We throw it out. So now we got two closeouts. So Calicato took on two. Two guys close out, right? And then, boom, we get Ty underneath. Good pass. Right. So we're setting up the wing back door. We got a screen on this side. Reverse it. Now they're trying to overplay so we don't get the catch. Quick back door by Colin. Great pass, great finish. Great read. The few is if you come off aggressive as the wing, like Colin just did it as he lifted into the wing. So Jackie lifts, he's too far back, so she drives. Misses, but she gets a good drive, all right? So get a pump fake on a bad closeout. Get to the hole, just got to finish. All right, and recognize what the other play does for you, right? So we come down. This is literally the very next play. This guy just finished get blown by Jackie. So you think he's going to close that hard this time? Nope. So we lift and just get right into our shot. Right here, we're doing a lot of the pin downs. I like that Grant's triple threat off the hip. Now Isaac sets a pin down on his man. Get a wide open shot. We can live with that all day. Here's another thing about setting good screens. This is what it does to people. So watch Isaac. He just finished setting the screen for May. Now he set one for Grant. Look at this guy. That's absolutely a foul. All right? You guys can't just run through a screen no matter what and not try to go around it. All right, so good pin down. All right, and this is one that we want to look for as well. So the ball swings. Watch when we set this pin down for Grant. The guy gets hung, and Grant attacks space. Catches it in a split. Sees that this guy got hung and he's, hugging his man. All right, now we're all the way to the hole, going to the line. All right, so let's watch that one again because I want to see more of that when opportunities happen. All right, so we reverse it, screen, split stance. They're not ready. No need to wait for a screen, just go. All right, so these have all our sets. We got Tower, Eyes, Texas, Texas Weak, America, America Short, free throw plays, baseline out of bounds plays, different variations of open depending on how they guard the screen. If they go under, but the postman is low, over, but the postman is flat, hard hedge with both trapping. We want to force switches. We want to reject. We want the post to back door if you read it right. We want wings to back door. We want wings to lift. We want pin down sometimes. Sometimes we want back doors. We want Minnesota. We want 30. We got a bunch of plays that we could do, but we got to make sure that the stuff that I'm saying that we're trying to execute. So watch this video. Get it in your brain. It's a good video to watch before games because it reminds you what needs to be done and what we expect of you from an execution perspective. All right, let's get it, fellas.